Today is part 3 of 4 of our What's Cool with Connect series, and today we're going to take a look at the output module. When you do need to control how the output works in your templates, then you will find it to be sufficient for your needs. Now, the output module is not a separate software, just like Data Mapper and Designer are part of the same interface, and you access it using the File menu. And it's actually either the print menu or the job and output creation settings. Now, the difference is when you do file print, you will have all the options one after the other. However, the beauty, like the number one awesome thing about the output module is that you have the job and output presets, which are reusable pieces of configuration that you can actually literally mix and match and reuse. So just like the data mapper is separate from Designer and you can use either or and mix and match, the same thing happens with the output and job presets. So what are they? Like, why do we have job and output creation settings, and why is it all a big fuss? Well, first of all, if we go in the job creation settings, the job presets will let you group, filter, and sort your records when generating output. What this means is if you have, let's say you have 2,000 invoices, and within that you have about 200 or 300 that are actually meant for similar clients. So you have one client with 3 invoices, another client with 5, another with only 2. You want to join them together and send them to the same client. Well, you can group all of these letters together by simply using the grouping option. And then if you want to filter out some records or sort them in a specific way, you can also do that directly from here. It's all pretty straightforward and automatic. So filtering means if you want only the records for your US customers to appear in a specific batch, then you could have a job creation for US only. If you want Canadians in another one, you can have a job creation for Canadian customers only. Or you can remove those that for X amount of reasons. You can basically use any field rule in order to filter out some things. Now, sorting is the same. Not only can you filter out using any record field, so you sort them via postal code, company, city, whatever you want. You can also sort them by document length. So the biggest on top, the ones with 5, 10, 20 pages, and the shortest at the end, or vice versa, whatever you want. You can also use external sorting software. So if you have mail cleansing software, you can basically use their command line settings to go and cleanse all your addresses so they fit well. And if you're, especially in the US postal system, you know how this is important. You want that data to be fine so that the USPS gives you some very nice rebates. And the grouping options lets you group by number of pages. It lets you group by, let's say, the customer ID or by city. And why is this useful? We'll see it in the output presets, but basically it generates separate document sections. So document set, the job segment, and job grouping is all things that are useful to separate in the output your documents and your templates. So let's go to the output preset, and I'll show you how this grouping is going to affect your output. Now, the output settings is basically you can output into any format that you want. Any format that is supported by Connect Designer, and we're adding new and new formats. I only have PDF and PostScript here. However, you can add many more different printer models, and even in Connect 1.4, you can download configurations directly. And you just need to set them into your preferences, use the ones that you want, and they'll appear here. So I pretty much only print on PostScript and I generate PDFs, so that's why I only have these two here. The output creation is pretty powerful. You can do booklet imposition, you can do cut and stack 2 up, 5 up, 20, 200 up, whatever fits on your page directly from here, and there's all configurations for that and how to do it. you can add OMR marks. So if you have folder inserters, you can add inserter marks directly onto the output. And the reason it is pretty fun that it's in the output creation is because it's independent of your template. So if you have, let's say, 50 different templates that you're sending, and they're all different, they have different configurations, different clients, different data mappers, it doesn't matter. You can use the same output creation and add inserter marks to all of them. As long as you're able to separate them or distinguish the different documents in it, inserter marks are super awesome. Now, I mentioned that the grouping is important here. Inserter marks, if you know how they work, basically it takes all the pages that go inside of a single mailing list. Well, grouping two documents together, so two invoices of the same customer into a single document set, means it will automatically add the beginning of document, end of document to both or more of these invoices together before sending them, meaning it's automatically in the same envelope. It's just super simple that way. Now, you can also add more customization to your output, again, by output creation preset, which you can reuse between templates. You can add text and barcodes to your output document. So you can add custom barcodes like identification or page numbering or batch numbers or whatever you want. You can add text to any outgoing template print output, and you can do that with high customization. You can also add custom inserter marks or OMR marks as well as images to the output. And most of these settings are super easy to do. So here we have the imposition option. So you set what the final media is. So A4 to print out, I think it's 2 letter pages on it. And then the number of repetitions you want, the space, crop marks, cut marks, page ordering, everything is there in simple to use interfaces. Now, the job and output presets are saved in Designer, and you can also send them to the automation module along with your data mapping configurations and templates. And this is what we are going to take a look at in the next video, the automation module. Now, this concludes today's Connect with Evie. I hope you learned something new today. If you have any questions, comments, or something you want to hear about, don't hesitate to comment below and hit subscribe if you want to be aware of more videos that come out. And as always, see you in a few clicks.